It was like sunny 2 seconds ago. There is no way it's about to torrentially downpour, and that's why it's so dark. That's insane.
Okay, let's try this.
It's been a couple of years since we've done this, but I figured if I can be up for more than 24 hours for a school trip, then maybe I can read for 24 hours again. I don't know. You saw the title. This video is me documenting reading for 24 hours, but there's a couple of stipulations. First off, the books that I read have to come from this stack right here. These are all books that I have started, actively have a bookmark in, and just never finished. But I do still have to live a little bit. Whenever there are situations that arise that I can't have a physical book with me, I will have an audiobook because I finally decided to join Libby. I do fear at some point in this video I am going to go to sleep, and if I feel myself going to sleep, I am going to just put on an audiobook to say that I've read. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just still gonna have an audiobook going. Time has officially started. Let's do this thing. Girl, it's your first night. What are we doing? Why? We're doing this in a hallway. Okay. There's a male voice for the MMC. Shut the front door. Clover, we're up, bro. She left her bag. Girl, walk in. Clock. Okay, we are just a couple minutes shy of 2 hours passing already. I do want to say I am very much so an average reader as far as pacing goes. I can really only read about 30 pages an hour. So with that being said, with Drew Barrymore's book, I apparently, when I had started this book, I had only read 2 pages. Right now I'm on page 56, which I think is pretty good. And then I'm doing Swift and Saddled first. And with that audiobook, I am 39 minutes in, so I'm 9% in. Tell you one thing, Clover is not doing well with this challenge. She is not happy about it. Can you see that? Oh, you missed it. It was exactly 2:30 a.m. on the dot. I've made some serious progress with the Drew Barrymore book, but no hate on my girl Drew Barrymore, but it is just a little too... It's not difficult to read in the sense that there's a lot of big words. It's difficult to read in the sense that it feels very childlike in what I'm reading. Also, I did not realize that it's 10 years old. I'm 59% of the way through with I'm Glad My Mom Died. Because I need to take a break from the Drew Barrymore book, I am going to go ahead and keep reading Blackout. This is a book that I started 5 ever ago, it feels like. Let me check my notes. Because while I have been doing This, I have been taking very small moments to write little notes because I do write book reviews for my blog. Yeah, the last time I updated my notes for Blackout was, I don't know if you can see it, but August 4th, 2023. It's been almost 3 years since I opened this book. I'm almost done with the Drew Barrymore book. Hold on, I'm sorry. I thought I could talk and listen to an audiobook, and I just simply can't. I am on page 236, and there's like 270 something, and then for Blackout, I am on page 70. I have 33 minutes left, and I'm glad my mom died, and then I'm only like 23% of the way in with Swift and Saddled, which I'm actually like eating up. I'm kind of loving that. There is less than 7 hours until this challenge is done, which is absolutely crazy to think about. I just popped on to give an update and to say that I am more than likely about to leave to go to like a coffee house for just a couple of hours because I really need a change of scenery. I am shocked and proud of myself still have a little less than an hour 45 until we have fully completed 24 hours. I have completed 3 books. I'm kind of impressed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna keep working on the books that I showed at the beginning of this video because of the plan that I came up with to finish out the 24 hours. I'm just gonna keep reading this book, White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism, and it's by Robin DiAngelo, who is a white woman. Today is June 24th and it actually starts me like, my hair looks horrible. What? Today actually starts me like dog sitting for my friend again. I've done this a couple of times in previous like vlogs and videos and things. Well, it's time for me to do it again. I feel like the timer might go off while I'm there. I'm gonna bring my camera just in case. Boys, hold on. Hold on. I feel like this is a safe shot. Anyway, timer is going off, which means we have officially made it 24 hours. I am finishing up with the dogs. I'm going to keep listening to Swift and Saddled. When I get home, I will talk all about it, but we made it 24 hours again. Stop eating the weeds. Charlie boy, you okay? Stop eating the weeds. Whenever I dog sit, Clover aggressively sniffs me and then side-eyes me so hard from a distance like I cheated on her or something. Right now we're at the aggressive sniffing stage. We finished, we did it again. These are my thoughts on the books. Okay, first book I finished was I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I mean, it's still a 5-star read for me. I still highly recommend it if you want to read like a really good memoir. 5 out of 5 star. It was my first time doing the audiobook because I don't know if I've said this before. I've never been like anti-audiobooks. I just never really cared, especially since I switched my Spotify premium plan from like regular premium to student premium, and for some reason they take away audiobooks when you do student premium, which feels just so backwards to me because we're students and need books, but whatever. Next book I finished, which is another memoir, is Wildflower by Drew Barrymore. Like I said earlier in this video, this book is 10 years old. And I knew it was an older book, not to sound bad, but just based off of the way that Drew looks on the cover. However, I did not anticipate just the writing of this it feels very childlike to me. And she said at the beginning of this book, I do remember reading this before I stopped reading it, that it's not necessarily a memoir, but a collection of stories. And that's cool. That is kind of what a memoir is. But I feel like even though it is a collection of stories, it still could have been in chronological order. It was just mildly confusing because it wasn't. Overall, it wasn't. I don't ever want to really read this again. I'm sure the story would be completely different now because I believe when she wrote this book, she was married and she's not married now. So she also breezed over one of her marriages in this book. She was like, I married someone so they could get their green card, but that didn't work out. And then we just kept going. Brother, what? That's what I need detail on. I need detail on that. Please, please, please. So I'm pretty sure I gave this like a 2.75 out of 5 stars on Storygraph. So then the third book that I finished, and I was proud of myself for finishing 3. And this, I'm upset with myself for not finishing it sooner. It is Blackout. It's a collection of short stories, but they all like intertwine, And somehow, some way, some reason, the main person that is bringing everyone together in the end is a guy named Twig, who is described looking like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, it felt very much so like Valentine's Day, but with black people and taking place in the summer in New York City. But it's a collection of stories by Danielle Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, who I feel like has the most, like, her story is the most prominent. Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, and Nicola Yoon. I gave it 4.25 out of 5 stars on Storygraph. I didn't finish this book, obviously, but I kept going with it. I mentioned earlier I was going to keep going. White Fragility, why it's so hard for white people to talk about racism. According to Storygraph, I'm like 29% of the way through. It's less than 200 pages. This one's less than 200 pages. It's just like the font is a little bit on the smaller side, and also I'm like taking note and writing things because even though it's just very interesting. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just very interesting. It gives me more perspective and more understanding. And then the last book that I was like reading, listening to, whatever you want to call it, was Done and Dusted. Nope, not Done and Dusted. That's so wrong. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to go to bed. It was Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. It's the second book in the book series. I don't know the name of the book series, but I really wanted to read this one first because our home girl, our FMC, has a sleeve of tattoos, and I am genuinely obsessed with it. I am 39% of the way through with the audiobook. I think I'm going to read all the other ones via audiobook just because I'm really liking this as an audiobook. Every time I go see it in store, I see the cover, I'm like, I really don't know if I want to own a book with that cover, but I'm loving the audiobook. Anyway, if you stay into this point of the video, you are crazy because it was just me reading, but I absolutely love you for it. And I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna go feed Clover dinner now, and I really need to go buy her a new toy because I messed up her sleep schedule last night. I don't think I filmed it, but she had a lot of whining to do because the lights were still on, I was still up. So I'm gonna go show her some much needed love. Thank you again.